in which they came out friends, we're happy to report. And this gentleman here retained his heavyweight championship. Of course, you know, Roddy Piper and Rick Martel.
Well, first of all, Frank, I'd like to talk about a hell of an athlete that I know. I mean, I wrestled him Thursday. I know that Roddy last week got badly injured. His knee was injured. That was 5 days, just 5 days before the fight. And if he would have wanted to, he could have postponed the date and have another title match with me. But no, you know, I mean, he came there and gave me everything he had. And I mean, he gave me a very tough fight. In fact, he had me in the sleeper, and he didn't even know, but his shoulders were counted. And after the fight, I was just almost asleep, and I came very, very close to. I mean, Roddy could have been here with a title. I mean, he came close, very close one. And
he's a nice guy, isn't he? Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is the champion, and it's a good thing that he's the champion. And right around here now, we seem to have, you know, we had a problem with an army, and all of a sudden, we got a general here with no kind of troops no more, brother. Yes, sir, Reject. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I ain't got no love for this Butch Miller, these sheep herders, but it finally looks like these guys got their sheep together here, and they're going down and going to do some fighting, and I ain't got no love for them, as I said, you know. But like I can understand when I used to watch them going around kissing Rose's feet like that, you know, I can kind of understand it, because Rose is a silver 10 devil, Rose is, and it's easy for him to swerve people. He ought to be the price explainer at 7-Eleven, this Buddy Rose. I understand why this guy could swindle him, but I'll tell you one thing, I ain't got no love for these guys, but I sure am glad there, Butch, that you finally got enough guts about you to take this sucker and slap him right in his ugly face. Yes, sir. And if there's anybody who knows if Butch can slap, it's me. Yes, sir. Because he's knocked me dumb a few times. But let me tell you something. If it was up to me, I'd have Williams fighting Rose, and maybe like a loser leave town in the winter, get a free vacation to Iran. That would be the nicest thing I could think of. Yes, sir, Ray. Just get rid of the whole lot. But I'll tell you one thing, Buddy Rose. I was sitting back in the dressing room there, and I heard the sheep herders. Butch is running his head against walls, running up and down, banging chairs. You're such a lucky fella, Buddy Rose. And the last thing I heard him say is something like, it's impossible to eat corn in the cob with no front teeth.
Roddy Piper, Rick Martel. Behest of the sponsors has decided to bring you the TV main event. Right at the top of the show, you saw a lot of people standing in front of the ring. Now you see them across the way and walking around. A lot of people, since we've gone to our new 11 o'clock time, have decided to come out, see themselves on television, come out, watch the matches, then go home and see themselves on TV. And here is a man in a very unusual experience, and I've been watching him throughout the week. I've been at 2 or 3 places where they've been. And Butch Miller just wants to start every match the minute they get out, and is a little unnerved by fans yelling for him. I've never been cheered before.
I've been laid up for about a month, and I must have been out of my mind last week when I agreed to put this on Saturday night when it is on TV. This is not the type of a match that I prefer to have on a Saturday night when there's television. But since we already scheduled the thing last Saturday, we had to go through the thing tonight. But I'd like to ask everybody to stay in your seats and stay away from the ring. These guys are liable to do most anything, and I don't want anybody up close to the ring. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next event will go on as scheduled. The best 2 out of 3 falls are to a TV time limit. Introducing in this corner, 248 pounds, who is taking this bout under protest, which he didn't want at all, Playboy Buddy Rose. His opponent in this corner, 242 pounds, from New Zealand, the New Zealand Sheep.
Last Sunday in Hillsboro, in a team match, the Sheepherders took on Rose and Volkov. At that time, after the match, the Sheepherders literally chased Rose and Volkov to the dressing room. Last Thursday in Salem, in a single match, Miller took that wig, sewn into the mask, and Buddy Rose from the City of Roses, showing us his T-shirt. Now wrestling in the City of Roses. He, of course, is from Las Vegas. He's still saying, I'm the General. Remember that. Uh-oh! The General left his shirt behind. Rose and his shirt of authority, the General's shirt. And Miller going wild. And it's hard for him to believe. The crowd's behind him. We've seen him and Williams all week long just kind of knocked off their pins when kids come up to them for autographs. They're not used to that. The Playboy Buddy Rose. In Salem, that mask is ripped off, and Rose ran to the dressing room and lost the match rather than come back in without his wig. Well, in past interviews lately, since last Saturday, you've heard a lot of talk. The Sheepherders hit on something very important, I think, and that was they told Rose, you have two less people to watch your back nowadays. And with this Battle Royal coming up on Tuesday, that's going to be very important. Rose will be in there with 12 men and only maybe two that he can count off, and I'm not sure Chris Colt and Volkov were going to stick their necks out for him like the Sheepherders have done. Shouldn't have come as any surprise, as Miller himself admitted. Rose. They're circling. The crowd very vocal in their backing. Butch Miller, the Sheepherder, who said, you did this to my partner Williams. Brutal attack by Rose last week with that flagpole. Less the flag, he just brought the pole out and really bloodied up Luke Williams. Miller says, I want to get even. Out of the ring, and the trunks almost coming off. Oh, a knee lift to the midsection. Rose goes flying. A whip again. Shoulder throw. Turnbuckle treatment for Rose. Miller going back at him and whipping Rose high up in the top turnbuckle. His abdomen landing on the top turnbuckle, his shoulder hitting the ring post. Miller working on Rose outside the ring. Now picks up the count from Dandy Sandy Barr, who's refereeing. Dandy Sandy in his portable TV outfit. That means black and white. No adjustment of your TV set is necessary. Sandy's wearing black and white. Now down fighting. Miller turning to the crowd as they exalt him on to more whipping on the bewigged Playboy. Oh, did he nail him? A driving, diving elbow smash. Now an elbow drop. The Playboy's in trouble. Miller with another one. And he's coming from the corner, and another elbow drop. And he smashed him right to the point of the chin and wins the first fall. Miller isn't done with him yet. He throws him out of the ring. Literally throws him out of the ring at the feet of those folks down there at ringside. And I hear just a minute. We're going to tell you a Battle Royal Tuesday night, $1,500, and you're not there to watch Buddy Rose's back this time. You're going to be watching his front.
You know something, Frank? What you saw done to Rose just now is nothing, Rose! You haven't felt the power of we power! Rose, as I told you last Saturday night, Rose, you have stabbed your last wrestler, Rose. No more being a traitor, Rose. Did you see these people out here? Did you see the people in Eugene and Salem? Rose, they've got the same thing that I've got. They've got hate in their guts for you, Rose. Hate. And you know something else, Rose? Those people from Washington and Oregon who haven't been friendly with me, and I have not been friendly with them, those people are patting me on the back, Rose. They're sending me T-shirts, they're sending me cards, they're bringing me flowers. You know why, Rose? You know why those people and me are this close now? Because we both know that Luke and I are the only men left in the Northwest who can tear you apart and throw you to the sharks. You know, Frank, I've got so much confidence in Butch that I'm not even coming ringside tonight. I know that Butch is going to have his hand raised in the air. And Rose, it's not only tonight. I can't do enough damage to you in one night, Rose. Tuesday night, we got a battle royal, Rose. Oh, the wrestlers in the ring at one time, Rose. Can you tell me how many wrestlers are going to be on your side, Rose? You better watch your back, Rose. Can you tell me when Luke and I start coming for you to toss you over that top rope, how many bloody wrestlers are going to help you, Rose? None, right? No way. Rose, I don't care where the promotions put me with you, brother. They can put me in Salem. They can make up with you. 3 years of trading on anybody you like has now finished, Rose. God, Rose, you call yourself a crippler.
Well, this time the cards change. You're gonna be crumbled.
The Sheep Herders, Luke Williams and Butch Miller. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break now. Hear from Tom Peterson once again. Here's TP. And Rose doing something with the turnbuckle across the way. Might have been trying to loosen it. If someone bounces against it, it could come loose and he could use it. Sandy suspects something. Checked it. Remember, Miller won the first fall. He would like nothing better, well, second best, to beating away on the body of the Playboy and to beat him in 2 straight falls. That indeed would be insulting. He's going after the mask. He's going after the mask. Remember that wig is sewn in the mask. The 2 knees of Rose set together on either side of his head. Shot to the midsection, then what looked to be karate by Miller, and Miller going back to the mask. He's got it. Halfway off. You got a great shot of how far that mask is off. Sandy Barr counting him off, and he almost got it. And as you know, if the mask comes off, the wig is sewn into it, so the wig comes off too. Reverse whip. And it's Rose who takes a punishment. Shot to the midsection. Now a kick to the breadbasket. Turnbuckle treatment attempted by Miller, but he gets a scratch in the eye and a couple kicks to the midsection. Now left-handed forearm smashes to the head by Rose. We want Butch. That's the cry of the crowd. Sellout crowd, Portland Sports Arena. He was checking him to see if he was out. He lifts that arm 3 times. If it falls 3 times, the man is considered out. If he can hold it up there at all, he's away. Shot to the midsection, and judo, it appeared. To the throat, puts Rose down. Miller up again. Forearm smash, side of the head. And again. You get guys like this swinging away at each other. Uh-oh. On the whip, Miller. This time he catches an elbow smash, point of the chin. 1, 2, and flail kicks off, and with power. Miller just reacting spontaneously with a big flail kick on Rose. Forearm smash. Right in the head, and again. Double forearm smash. And another. Miller down on his knees. Rose fighting. Rose with Miller in trouble. Miller won the first fall with a series of elbow smashes and elbow drops to the chin. Over the top rope. Jerked off the top rope. Miller lands in the middle of the ring. Knee drop to the head. Going for the pin with a body press. And again, a powerful flail kick at the count of 2. Into the corner. Judo chop. Rose working on Miller. Miller. Hard whip into the near corner. Near left corner of your screen. Setting for the whip. There it goes. No, it's reversed. Oh, Miller whipped him in. Came in the corner. Caught a kick. And gets the pin. Shoulders driven into the knees. Got him on his back. But the feet were up on the rope. Sandy Barr did not see it. Barr did not see it. Watching the baseball game today, and an umpire missed a play at home plate that was very, very obvious. The catcher interfered and then didn't get the tag. They had it on TV, but it's not the TV that does the officiating.
You saw the Playboy. You saw the Playboy pull one right out of the hat. That's where the generalization of being a general comes in handy. Miller, you're tough, you're strong, you're a wrestler, but you're sure stupid because I just outwitted you. I outsmarted you. I out-finessed you. Brute strength will not defeat know-how, knowledge, and brains, and money. Sandy Barr started to count the shoulders, and I saw the advantage there. They're blaming Sandy Barr. They're blaming everybody else. But I was the one that outsmarted everybody. I cannot handle everybody in the Northwest against me. So the only way to handle this situation, and thank God I have brains to think of a way, the J.R. Ewing of wrestling has come up with another diabolical plan. It does not include Rip Rogers. But I have a plan. I have to form another army. I have to get men in here to team up with the general, listen to the general, and do what the general says. I have a plan to run out Miller. I have a plan to run out Williams. I have a plan to run Piper out. And I have a plan to run Martel out. All you people, what's the date today?
The date today is the 7th.
Today, June the 7th, I am announcing to you people the Playboy has come up with a plan to run Miller out, to run Williams out, to run Piper out, and to run Martel out. I promise you, before soon, those 4 wrestlers, I will get rid of them, and the Playboy will still be standing here. I did it with Boyd. I did it with Ventura. I did it with Youngblood. I did it with Norman Charles. I did it with the other Youngblood. I did it with Star, Adonis. There's so many of them, I can't think of them. I'm running out of fingers, and I'm going to start going to the toes. I've crippled Savage at different times. Haven't been able to run him out, but I've crippled him. Piper, I haven't been able to get you out of here yet. But right now, I have a plan, Miller, Williams, to run you out. Everybody here tonight in the sports arena is behind Miller, is behind Williams, behind Piper, behind Martel. Why doesn't anybody want to back me up? It's because I'm above them so much, they can't handle it. I'm in another world they can't handle. I'm in a world of a lot of money, which those people don't know what that is. I'm in a world with the movie stars. I'm in a world with you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, because you've got it all. You people are so jealous of me, I can taste it. You can taste it. Don Owens, you're thinking of every single way. You act like you like me when you talk to me, Owens. You act like you're on my side. Sure, you pay me good because I'm worth it. But you want me out of here just as bad as everybody else. I think I put everything in a nutshell, haven't I, Bonema? I think I've got everybody pegged. I'm sick and tired of it, and the only way to prove it to you, stupid, I can't say it, is to show you they couldn't stop J.R. Ewing, and they're not going to stop the Playboy, and we're going to keep right on going, and you people will see the Playboy back up his big plan.
Playboy Buddy Rhodes. Due to interference, they retained their tag team championships. There was quite a controversy and misunderstanding, a lot of difficulty in the ruling, but the final ruling was, without going into all of it, was that Miller and Williams retained their tag team championships on a disqualification. The match ended in a DQ. No champion can change hands on a DQ championship. Well, you hear a large capacity crowd giving a new cry for the first time ever in the sports arena. We want Butch. The sheep herders are kind of looking like they enjoy the adulation of the crowd, something they've never had before. Might never get again, except when they are going in against Rhodes. Watch out. Sandy Barr's caught in the corner. Finally he's able to get out of there. Miller working on Rhodes. It's a fall apiece. A match is coming up involving Rhodes and the sheep herders. Oh, Tuesday, it's a battle royal. Then next Saturday, Martel will put his title on the line against Whit Rogers that's coming in. What Rogers will be doing as far as Rhodes is concerned is yet to be seen. Right now, Miller being worked on outside the ring. Kick to the midsection. Another one to the top of the head. Head slammed into the canvas on the apron. The count's going on both of them outside. And this one's going to end out there, I do believe. Yes, Miller bleeding profusely. Now we have a standby bout. But Lord knows what's going to happen here. Miller is bleeding. And he's after Rhodes. This match has been stopped. It's a no contest. Sandy Barr's asking for help out of the dressing room. He is asking for the other wrestlers to come out and give him a hand. He cannot get this one stopped by himself. He is pleading now, and here comes Pardee. Pardee, young Mike Hennessy, Rick Hunter, Sal Martino. They will attempt to help Sandy Barr. We're into the crowd. Now Rose taken away. Hunter. Miller gets loose. Party, Hennessy, Martino, Hunter, and the referee Sandy Barr trying to break it up. Now we are out of commercial timeouts as far as I know. So we are. So we'll just stay here right to the end of the show, even though that's a while away. Miller gets loose again. Goes to work on Rose. Hennessy. Martino at Pardee. Now Butch Miller. Hunter. And now he grabs a chair.
A no contest. Referee's decision, the match a no contest.
And they're back in the ring. But the match has already been stopped. The match has been stopped. Rose misses with an elbow smash. They're back in the ring. Miller's face is a mask of blood. Here comes Luke Williams. Luke Williams is out of the dressing room. Now they're trying to keep Luke out too because they figure Luke, and they're right, Luke isn't in there. He's in there after Rose. Williams isn't in there to pull Miller off. Now he goes over to his partner. Now we're going to keep it right here. We have no commercial timeouts left. Miller, I'm sure, not content to let it go at this. A no contest in this single match. And in fact, I believe Miller is, yes he is, heading for the dressing room. Well, I doubt very much if a no contest is going to satisfy Butch Miller. We'll find out. Butch?
Rose, I don't know whose idea it was to send those punks to drag me off you, Rose. In New Zealand, when we have a fight in the ring, Rose, it's to the finish. Don Owens, this has to be some of your doing because you don't like blood on television. Well, I'll tell you something, Don Owens. There's plenty more blood left in this head, baby. Rose, don't think that's it. Tuesday night, they've got a battle royal going on here in Portland. But Rose, I don't want to win the battle royal, Rose. I don't want to throw anybody over the top, Rose. I want to get your big fat rump right there in the middle by myself, and I want to finish this for good. Don Owens, have this out man to man. Have this out. It doesn't matter how much blood. You can have gallons of blood. Nobody's going to stop it. There's got to be a decision. We can fight all night and all the next day if necessary. Rose, I want you Tuesday night in my type of match. No disqualification. Anything goes.
a challenge has been put out for a no DQ match. We're going down to the
going ahead with the regular card that we had scheduled for Tuesday night, but we're going to add the Rose Miller to a finish match, no DQ, no time limit, let them go.
Right in front of all these people here, that Rose is mine on Tuesday night, and no stopping for blood, no stopping for nothing. Yes!
For the folks at home and here.
The match for Tuesday night, as I told you before, is not the Battle Royal. The Battle Royal has been changed till Saturday night. 12 men over the top rope. Battle Royal Saturday night, $1,500. The match for Tuesday night, now I just got picked up under the arms. That's why I've got blood under me. He said, Savage, make sure you tell him what the match is. Miller just picked me up off the floor. He's mad, bleeding all over heck back there. It's Rose against Miller Tuesday night. One fall to a finish, and anything goes in the match, Frank.
Okay, that's it.
Boom, out of the ring he went. Boom, out of the ring he went. I mean business when I'm in that squared circle. I mean business because I like to have financial security. Now, I told you people last week that I have a plan. I have a surprise. There's always an eight. I am going to form another army. The sheep herders are called sheep herders because they're dumb. They needed a general to control all the situations that they got into here in America. I handled it to a T. I took care of their financial situations and made them rich. I took care of where they should live and gave them a nice home. I took care of getting an automobile. I took care of them getting a driver's license. I took care of a lot of things for them. But I'm not taking care of them anymore. I am going to hurt them. I am going to run them out with a plan that you people will believe when you see it, but I know it's going to happen. No more messing around. No more Miller and Williams beating on the Rose. The Rose is going to start beating on you. And I mean beating on you. A beating is what you're going to get. I have some good news. There is a rock and roll group in town that has written a song about the Playboy. It is called The Playboy. And in the very near future, I'm going to have them play that song. The Playboy song. It's a song about, of all the wrestlers, they picked me to write a song about. I'm starting to see a little light in the air. Can you believe it? They're writing a song about me and it's going to be on the radio and everything, you know? Is that pretty good? Huh?
Not
That's
bad.
because I'm a stud, I'm great, I'm good looking, I've got it all, I got money. Oh, I could keep going, you know, but back to one more thing. Miller, Williams, you're going to get a beating, and I'm taking it on you very soon.
Well, that is the word from the Playboy. However, Mr. Sport in Medford, cards coming up there. In Albany, the Sports Page, Fidelity Lane Ticket Office in Seattle. Looking for one coming up here in Oakville. Can't quite make out which shop that is, but you check around there. Well, we got a ring full.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be a 13-man over-the-top battle royal. The 13th man left in the ring wins the $2,000 prize purse. The last man left in the ring. Everything goes inside the ring. The man is eliminated when he goes over the top rope and hits the floor. Introducing the following participants. From Sacramento, Steve Pardee. From Scotland, Roddy Piper. From San Mateo, Mike Hennessy. From France, Ricky Martel. From Florida, Ricky Hunter. From Pendleton, Tough Tony Bourne. From Italy, Sal Martino. From New Zealand, the Sheepherders, Luke Williams and Butch Miller. From Los Angeles, Chris Colt. From Russia, Igor Volkov. From Las Vegas, Playboy Buddy Rose. And from Kentucky, the sensational Rip Rogers.
Well, 13 of them, and smiling Rip Rogers, the hustler. Miller, we understand, really screaming earlier tonight. Let's settle this between you and me, Rose. Let's put guards around the ring. They're going at each other. And outside the ring, he has not yet come in the ring, is Rose. And the Sheepherders are after him immediately. You got to go out over the top rope. Your feet hit the floor, you're disqualified. Now there he goes between the ropes. Rose. And out, they're trying to get Rip Rogers out over that top rope. They are going at it. Rose hiding out. There in the corner. Rose catches one, but he's not out yet. Rogers. And not quite sure why Piper helped Rogers. He's no great friend of the Sheepherders after what they've been through. Now the Sheepherders have Rogers. And I do believe Hennessy went over the top rope. It is hard to see it all. We'll try to watch it. 13 of them in there. Would be a minimum $1,500 purse. Probably more with some side bets. Hennessy is out. Rose still buying time. He hasn't spent much time in that ring, but he gets out without disqualifying himself. Martino did a complete flip. Drop kick from Pardee put him out. Martino's out, and he landed hard. Martino, I think, is hurt. Martino may have done in his knee. Rose pulling on the trunks of Piper. Working on it from outside. Rose goes out there. Piper doesn't, catches him. They're flailing away. Now Colt is out there, and Piper got out of the way. Colt was kicked. Rose heads for the dressing room. Martino is halfway up the aisle, turned to threaten him. So he turns back toward the ring. Colt is out. No, check that. Colt is not out. He was outside the ring while that was happening, but he got out legally. 10 still in. Volkov near to going out. And he's saved by Rose, stripping Bourne. And over the top rope, Piper trying to stay in. The Sheepherders giving him a hand. Not a round of applause. They gave him assistance. Volkov trying to get Bourne out and is successful. Tony Bourne is out. And outside the ring, hiding is Colt. Now he is out legally. He's not been disqualified from the competition. Rose is Miller out. Left-hand side of your screen. He was running Miller toward the ring post. Miller stopped short and Rose hit the ring post. Pardee working on Piper. Piper hanging on the top rope. Flops back in. Rose gets it again from Miller. Outside the ring. Rose being worked on by Miller. Backbreaker to Pardee inside the ring. See if Piper can count him out if the referee's there to count. Hunter is still in. The Sheep Herders. Volkov trying to get Miller out. Pardee is out. And Rogers' foot has not hit the floor yet. Piper and Martel all come over the top. Rose. Rip Rogers got taken out, but it cost Piper and Martel their shot. And watch out, Rose getting on Miller. Miller drags him into the ring. There goes Colt. Colt is out. We're down to 5. The Sheep Herders, Volkov, Rose, and Hunter. Rose working on Williams. Now goes over to help Volkov. And Hunter is tossed out. Volkov and Rose in. They suddenly realize that Volkov does. They go, okay, shall we work together as a team? So Rose has lasted long enough. Volkov is out. Uh-oh. Rose is in against the Sheep Herders. The two of them, and you can bet that what they've got against Strauss, they'll probably go for more than just a win. They'll probably try to get him. There's a fan down at ringside getting in with a cane. He's on Rose's side, it looks like. A wild man in there, out of the crowd. They're trying to stop him. They put him through. Now he's chasing the security people out. Unloads. He's got a mask on. Oh, somebody out of the crowd. That's Wiskowski. I just got to look at his. That's Ed Wiskowski. That's not a fan. I don't know if anyone else has realized it yet. Someone out of the crowd. And Wiskowski coming in there with a heavy cane. And I'm sure that's Wiskowski. And Rose, you see Rose working with him now. Here comes Piper and Martel. That is Wiskowski. The mask comes down. Ed Wiskowski, one of the wildest. Oh, my God. Coming out of the crowd and disabling just about everybody, including 2 or 3 of the security people. Well, I don't even know we had the sheep herders in there against Rose, and what Sandy Barr will come up with in a way of a ruling as to the winner. You see it. The sheep herders are down. Martino's down. Hennessy, he went in there with a very heavy walking stick. He appeared to be just another fan coming down by the ring, and suddenly tore into the ring and just in a melee went after the sheep herders, helping Rose. The security people came in. They couldn't do anything with him. The other wrestlers came out of the ring. And I am sure it's been a while, a year, since he disappeared rather mysteriously. Now, we'll have to wait for some confirmation, but having seen that face many, many times, I'm quite sure that was Ed Wiskowski coming in there, and of course that would fit in with what he has been saying, that is Rose has been saying, about having a surprise. So he's certainly had. Let's listen to Sandy Barr.
For those people who didn't see who that was that climbed in the ring, it was Ed Wiskowski, and because he came in here, he wasn't booked to be on this card. I'm awarding the match to both Butch Miller and Luke Williams.
Okay, it is 2,000. That's for. I'll try to get a word with him.
Frank, I don't know what happened out there, Frank. I don't know what Rose had up his sleeve or who he paid off to help in that ring. But Frank, that's the hardest I've been hit, Frank. You're gonna have to help me, Frank. Frank, we were there with Rose. All we had to do was do what the people of Portland wanted us to do, and that was destroy Rose right there in front of everybody. And then came the guy with the cane, Frank. Then came the guy that whacked me over the head, in my stomach, in my ribs. Oh, Frank. Rose. Rose! Last Saturday, Rose, our match was stopped because of blood and because of all those idiots that pulled us apart, Rose. Then I had you on Tuesday, no disqualification, anything goes, Rose. And I got your mask off and you ran away. Well, this time, Rose, this time you're going to be in the New Zealand. A New Zealand lumberjack, Rose. I got it all worked out with Don Owens. He said he's going to put guards all around the ring, Rose. And when I'm with you next Saturday night, no matter how much you run, or how much you try to get out of that ring, Rose, I'm going to get even for this. I'm going to get even, Rose, if that's the last thing I do.
That's the sheep herders, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Tom Peterson first with this word. Well,
you know, I have been greeted in many places, many ways. When I landed in Hawaii, they met me with a beautiful lei. When I landed in Portland, Oregon, I was met with a mask. but I have reason to hide behind this disguise. I was laying in the California sun when Mr. Rose called me. He said, "You've got to help me. I've got a problem with some ignorant sheep herders." Well, myself knowing the ignorance of sheep herders and the people of the Northwest, I thought I might just disguise myself a little as a Northwesterner. So, Rose, I beat him to death for you, buddy. And this is just the beginning. There's a lot more to come.
Ed Wiskowski makes his return. We'll make our return to the ring right after we go back to the studio for this messages.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know what they're trying to do, but there's one good thing. I've got Ed as my partner in Seattle. I've got Ed as my partner in Salem. I got Ed as my partner in Eugene. I got him as my partner everywhere because we're running the sheep herders out, whether it be tomorrow, a week, 2 weeks. But as far as the guards go, one good thing about this lumberjack match, Wiskowski, you're not going to let me down, are you? No way, Rose. You know I can't be in there with you, but I'll be by ringside to protect you in any way that I can. Ed Wiskowski is back. Now, you did it beautiful. Did you see what the man did? Not only did he knock down Miller, not only did he knock down Williams, he knocked down Pardee, Martino, Piper. They were all flying. The guards were flying. Wiskowski, you are ready. And next week, my guard.
Don Owen is up here.
I didn't know this guy was even in the country. But after what he did tonight, we're going to have guards around the ring, all right. But it isn't going to be Wiskowski because you're going to be barred from the arena in the city of Portland, and you can't be here Saturday night or you'll be suspended.
He's suspended from the arena.
He's going to be suspended from the arena tonight. He can wrestle any place else, but he's not going to be in Portland, even in the arena.
Okay, that is the commission ruling. He can appear Salem, Seattle, Eugene, all the other towns, but he cannot be here in the arena next Saturday night. That's the ruling.
Wiskowski! The sheep herders had to pay Owens off. You people, you think I'm going in there alone with Butch Miller? You know what we got to do? In Salem and in Eugene, we've got to hurt him, Wiskowski. We've got to hurt him before Saturday. Can we do it? I'm serious. Can we do it? Yes. We can do it, Mr. Rose. I feel we can do it. And I've got friends in high places. Believe me. Miller, you let the people down twice. 3 strikes and you're going to be out after Saturday.
Well, that's the Playboy Buddy Rose. I'm frightened. We talked about the Army, and we've got another situation. The Army, new Army, Wiskowski and Rip Rogers.
The next event of the evening will be one fall.
Introducing in this corner at 230 pounds from Tennessee, Rip Rogers. His opponent in this corner at 238 pounds from Scotland, Roddy Piper. Referee Sandy Barr.
Dandy Sandy Barr in to do the refereeing. And Rogers over after Piper before he even has a chance to take his shirt and kilt off. Buddy Rose down at ringside. They get him out of there. Going up on the top rope. Rogers wants to jump off that top turnbuckle outside. He gets about 12, 14 feet above him. And with his belt that fell off There's a belt around those kilts. Rogers came up with that. Now Sandy Barr trying to take it away from him. Finally does get it away from him. A kilt, the shirt's off. Rip Rogers has him back in the ring. Piper nailed. Put an elbow right to the chin. Rip the Hustler Rogers, the new member of the Army. He and Wiskowski, under the leadership of Buddy Rose, at least according to Rose, that's the situation. Near capacity crowd with a yelling of "We want Piper," trying to spur him on to some action. Piper catches the thumb from Rogers, thrown into the view of the camera, but hidden from the referee. Dandy Sandy in green and gray tonight. 1, 2, and almost. Good shot of the Hustler from Hollywood, California. Reversal of a side headlock by Piper, and he pops him out of it. And this crowd has come alive after sitting rather quietly during the first match. They're going wild now, and it's pillar to post. One corner, the other, the third, and now the fourth corner turnbuckle treatment for Rogers. All four corners had it laid on him by an irate Scotsman. Whip, hip throw, all on Rogers by Piper. Roddy Piper. Knee lift, covers him with a body press, could have him no. A count of 2. Got to give it to Rogers. Not easy to put away. Now, Rose is down by ringside again. He is outside Rogers' corner on the floor of the arena. Some of the crowd now trying to alert. There you see him. But Piper turns around. Piper turns around to yell at Rose. Rogers suckers him from behind. Double judo chop. Double judo chop. Put Piper down. It was a clean blow. Legal. Body slam. And Rogers goes right down with him. Covers for the body press. 1, 2, and almost 3. Rogers thought it was 3. He's saying, come on, I'll count you slow. Kickoff by Piper. Rogers right back in after him. Reverse whip. Rogers goes to the turnbuckles. Well, a little earlier, Rogers got the thumb in on Piper. Piper pays him back. Double knee lift. Rogers goes down, covered with a body press, but he gets a foot on the ropes. Left hands. No pin. Near pin. But that's all. Uh-oh. Piper missing an elbow drop. Rogers down on the mat. He's weary. Going up on the second buckle, turnbuckle, coming up. He nailed Piper. Kind of a grazing blow. He did not get the shot on him that he wanted. The thumb used. Got him up in the eye with it. Did not throw it into the throat. And through the ropes outside the arena, on the arena floor. Getting out of the way. Piper saw him coming. Got out of the way. He landed, twisted a knee, I think. Rogers hurting. Piper up, left hands, right. Going for the shoulder throw, gets nailed with a kick. Put the head down. The best of them can make mistakes sometime, and Piper just did. And he's one of the best. Body slam, no, go behind, and it's with Martel sleeper. And he dropped the sleeper hold to go after Rose, and it looks like he threw something in. It appeared Rose threw something in the ring to Rogers. Rogers one-punched him and got the pin. Now they're getting out of there in a hurry. He went down like a ton of bricks with one blow, and they each had clobbered each other a number of times without getting the pin. Sandy Barr now talking to some of the people. Piper got caught. The ringsiders down there explaining what happened, and it appeared that something like a chain or rope was thrown in by Rose.
In 6 minutes.
To Rogers.
45 seconds.
And Rogers used it on Piper. And you hear what they think about that decision.
The Army is making a new challenge. Ed Wiskoski, Rip Rogers, and myself want to challenge Butch Miller, Luke Williams, and anybody they can get in a match. Sudden death, one fall. The man that gets beat has to leave the Northwest. Now, Roddy Piper won't team up with him. Rick Martel won't team up with him. Salvador Martina won't team with him. So fly somebody in, get somebody, sheepherders. I'll tell you why. Ed Wiskoski was suspended tonight. Fine. We talked it over. Rip, myself, and Ed. My new Army number 2, will wrestle 3 wrestlers, Butch Miller, Luke Williams, and whoever they can get. And the man that gets beat next Saturday night, one fall, whoever gets pinned, has to leave the Northwest. Will you accept the challenge, Miller and Williams? And let me congratulate Rip Rogers on his victory over Roddy Piper.
A victory over Roddy Piper. Seldom seen here in the Pacific Northwest. The Hustler has flown in especially just for Buddy Rose. The Polish Prince is back. We've got 3 blondes, the Hustler, the Playboy, the Polish Prince, the new Army.
That's it, baby.
The challenge is out for next Saturday.
Thank you. Listen. Thank you. Listen, but I don't deserve no cheers there. I just got conned by a 2-year veteran there. I've been wrestling pro wrestling for 10 years, and a 2-year veteran just knocked me out from behind there. But that's okay. We got a lumberjack match coming up, so we won't worry about that. Rip Rogers will have his due coming, and you know, I heard the sheep herders are having trouble here with Rose, and Rose is asking him for a partner, and people have been telling me to tag up with the sheep herders, but let me tell you something, you know, like we got no love between us, and I just don't think, you know, I gotta just tell it like it is, and I don't think that's such a good idea for me to be tagging up with them, because to tell you the truth, I don't trust the sheep herders, you know, and I know he's having trouble with Rose, and Rose has been coming up here and bragging. I heard him, you people couldn't hear him, but Frank Bonneville was down here, and he come up here on TV, and he's bragging about buying his girlfriend sealskin coats and buying diamond rings and all these affairs with all these girls. Well, let me tell you something. Don't you believe all the balderdash that Buddy Rose tells you, because if he had $10 for every affair he had in 1980, he couldn't buy himself breakfast, brother. let me tell you something else. He's coming out here saying things like buying them seal-skin coats. Well, let me tell you something real serious here. And he just said that to get my goat because he knows I've been trying to be with a little organization here. I watched a commercial the other day, and they were taking these tiny little seals, and they were punching them little seals out, and then they were skinning them alive, and the little seals was waking up, and then they were crying because people were skinning them alive. And there's an organization here called Greenpeace who's trying to do something about it. And I think that's the worst damn thing I ever seen in my life. And then I got a geek like Buddy Rose comes up here, and trying to brag about sealskin coats as if that's some kind of big thing to buy. Well, let me tell you something, Buddy Rose. Maybe that's how you got to hang on to your women is by buying furs. But me, brother, of course, I seen Buddy Rose in the shower, and maybe he should buy his women furs. Yeah. Let me tell you something else. One more thing now. Ed Wiskowski's supposed to be coming in. Ed Wiskowski, he was in Canada the other day, was saying about how he got commendations from the Queen of England. That's the figurehead of my country. Well, let me tell you something, Ed Wiskowski. The closest you ever got to any kind of queen was when Rose dresses in drag, man.
Roddy Piper. Players are coming out. And Miller and Rose in what's sometimes called a lumberjack match or loggers match. When they wanted to settle things, they just still do when they want to settle things, in the woods. Both wrestlers, the other lumberjacks all get around in a circle, and they get it done.
It will be one fall to a finish in this timber lumberjack match. Introducing in this corner, at 250 pounds from Las Vegas, Playboy Buddy Rose. His opponent in this corner at 245 pounds, sheep herder Butch Miller. Referee Sandy Barr.
Had a good shot there of the Kiwi, one half of the Kiwis. And around the ring, Luke Williams, Volkov, Steve Pardee, Hennessy, Rick Hunter, Sal Martino, Roddy Piper. In the ring, Rip Rogers, Rip the Hustler. Still wearing the mask with the wig sewn in. Rogers now will join the group outside the ring. And the point is, anybody tries to get out of that ring, either Rose or Miller, they'll get thrown back in by the other wrestlers. Miller getting to him early. Incidentally, we are out of all of our commercial breaks. So we will be staying right here until the end of the program. No more breaks. They're all out of the way, so it'll be all wrestling or indoor interviews. Miller getting to Rose early. Rose starting out, and Luke Williams is there. Volkov doesn't want to help push him in, I don't think particularly, but they're getting paid for that. Rose trying to go out the other side. Rip Rogers saying just help him gently back in. Martino just rolled him back. Looked like the old karate. It is not a no disqualification match. It is a straight match. If the other wrestlers are on to keep both combatants in the ring. Negative to the midsection. Miller on Rose. good stuff. Right in the solar plexus. Rose trying to come out. Roddy Piper and Luke Williams. Right there. To put him back in the ring. Going after the mask with the wig in it. Miller, but he's raked in the eyes. Wiskowski, remember, barred from the arena tonight due to his wild actions last Saturday when he got in the ring dressed like a civilian, swinging a large, heavy cane. And Rogers is saying, throw him out over here. And he wanted to get a shot at him. They're all over to help. And as they try to get him in, and Williams is saying, stay away from him, Rogers. Body press 1, 2, and flail kicks off. Strong flail kick by Miller. Miller catches the Pillsbury Doughboy in the breadbasket. That is not my nickname for him. Someone else, I believe, probably Roddy Piper laid that on him. The crowd getting noisier and noisier. And Rose trying to run. Hennessy, Pardee, Williams, even Volkov. Pick him up and carry him back. He tried to run out on it. They went and got him. Miller working on the Playboy. And remember, we're going to keep it here. So don't be running to the refrigerator. Stay with us till it's over. Elbow smash right to the point of the chin of Rose. An elbow drop by Miller misses. Rose heard the steps coming, was able to get out of the way. And sunset flip, 1, 2. Miller able to push him off for the pin. Rose's head slammed into the canvas. He's in the ropes. And bailing out, making a run, but trunks almost coming off. Piper, Williams, others helping as Rose again trying to make a dash for it. He's trying to get in behind the crowd, make his way to the dressing room from there. Body slam. Rose hits the deck. Miller trying to pile drive Rose, trying to get him up in the air, but he is dumped over.
5 minutes.
Rose able to pick him up, dump him over backwards. Body slam. Miller by Rose. Rose going up on the first, second, top turnbuckle. Williams trying to grab him, but not before he gets sailing through the air. And at the count of 2 9/10, he nailed him, flying about 15 feet across the ring with a knee drop. I don't know why Miller wasn't pinned to the midsection and a roundhouse right. After Rose in the corner, he is brought out into one corner, taken back into the other with the turnbuckle treatment.
4 minutes remaining.
And going after the wig and the mask again. Rogers up on the apron is being pulled off. And once again, I think you saw it, a chain thrown by Rogers. Piper trying to get it away from him. Piper got slugged, but Miller got him from behind. Rose still has the metal chain. Only now does Sandy Barr spot it. And Williams gets it. Hennessy and Pardee by Rose, using that steel chain. Rogers got it into the ring.
8 minutes and 24 seconds.
Williams wins
The winner
it.
of the match, Butch Miller.
Rather, Miller wins it, the Kiwi. A Kiwi wins it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wrestlers down. Buddy Rose getting the better of it, not winning it. He got a winner, Williams.
Hey, Miller Williams, you haven't got a partner? We want to lose the lead title. The man that gets beat has to go.
The challenge put out by the Army was Wiskowski, Rose, and Rogers to the Kiwis and a partner if they can find it.
Piper interfered.
The new Army is here. The Playboy, the Hustler, the Polish Prince. 3 beautiful blondes challenging the Kiwi, the sheep herder, Captain Ugly, who looks like an animal, and the guy, the skinny guy, the so-called brain with no teeth and no legs.
You ain't got no partner, bro.
Whoa! Rose, Rogers, Wiskowski, the last thing that Luke and I, all the people of Oregon and Washington want to see is another Army form right here. We don't want that. Rose, you know me pretty well. I've never backed down. I've never backed down from a match in my life, Rose. Rose, you brought in Rogers. You brought in Wiskowski. You're using canes. You're using chains. Okay, Rose, you know that we ain't got no partner. You know that it's only Luke and me, and we're not that stupid, Rose. We need somebody else to go with us.
Roddy Piper is in the crow's nest.
Rose, if we can find ourselves a partner, that's the type of match that we want. We want to send one of you back to where you come from.
I'll tell you one thing. Well, I never been. You know, I don't trust you a lick. I don't trust you a lick, but I have guts, man. And I'll tell you one thing. You go ahead and bring in the Polish Princess, and I'll tell you, Oh, boy. You want a loser leave town? The loser of it leaves town? Well, I'll tell you what, brother. Then I'll team up with these two guys. You bring in the Polish Princess. And the loser of the fall has to leave town. But if you turn on me, there'll be hell to pay, brother. I can't believe it. Roddy Piper, I promise you, right out in front of all these people in the arena and thousands and millions of people watching here, that together we're going to form our own team and we're going to wipe them right out of the Northwest. I'll go one step further. Now I know that we have Roddy Piper on our side. I'll promise you people one thing, and I promise to keep this as long as I live. When we step in that ring next week, Luke V and Piper against these two mugs and Wiskowski, I promise you it's going to be one of them people that'll leave, or you'll never see us again as long as you live.
Remember, it's one fall and a man who gets pinned must leave town.
What is so nice about this, if we beat Miller, that's like killing two birds with one stone, because Williams isn't going to stick alone. And if we beat Williams, it's like beating two. But what business does Roddy Piper have sticking his nose in here? Wiskowski is here to stay. Rogers is here to stay, and they're sure not going to beat the Playboy. I am here to stay. The man that gets beat, Bonema, has to leave. I can't believe they accept the challenge. And you know one more thing? The question arises, if Miller loses or if William loses, it's tournament time for the belts, Owens. Tournament time, because they won't be here to defend them. Rogers, let's congratulate each other on the win.
The Army against the Kiwis and Piper next Saturday. Well, we've got the Hustler, the Prince, and the General, the new Army.
We've all got smiles. We're all in a good mood. Rip Rogers, Ed Wiskowski, and myself will remain in the Northwest after tonight. The new Army. You know, I got to say one thing. Roddy Piper's been coming up here the last few weeks saying derogatory remarks about myself because he's jealous and because he wishes he was me. Piper, a lot of you people didn't know about Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper's so stupid. The other day he went to a crack game and he bought toilet paper with him. Now you tell me that isn't stupid. You know what I mean? And the Piper is so lazy. I heard he was so lazy that he went out and married a pregnant woman. Now you tell me that isn't lazy. You know what I mean? Piper, I'm just telling him the truth about you. I have a new name for Roddy Piper. Rowdy the Pizza Body Piper, with all the blotch marks coming out of his body. The wrestlers have been complaining to Don Owens that they should clean the mat covers after wrestling Roddy Piper because of everything popping on him and going all over the mat. And we're rolling in it, and we're starting to get, what would you call what's the word? Fungi or whatever. The man's got to clean up. He's got to see a doctor, and Owens send that man to a doctor to get some pills or something to clean himself up.
It's probably a nervous rash, knowing that he has got to face us.
That's right.
I don't know if it's anything infectious or not, but he's definitely afraid of us. And you know, there's a funny thing. We may have lost some minor skirmishes, but we've never really lost a major battle. Tonight's test is going to be a major battle, and believe me, we're not going to lose it. We're all going to be here.
Bad news for the sheep herders, bad news for Roddy Piper, and bad news for everybody. Because the new Army is here. The Playboy, the Hustler, the Polish Prince. The new Army is here to stay in the Northwest. Not for a year, not for a decade, but forever. We're going to take the tag belt, the single belt, the world belt, the belt, every belt that was ever made. the Playboy, the Polish Prince, and me, the Hustler, here to stay in the Northwest just for you.
Rick Rogers, the man with the body. Let's remind him one more time. Did you work out Mr. Chest? Did you work out Mr. Abdominals? Did you work out Mr. Arms? We are ready. Ed's got a lot of sun today. Look at his hair's changed colors. We're all smart. We're all going to be here.
Gentlemen, the next event will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 225 pounds from Portland, Jesse Barr. His opponent in this corner, 238 pounds from Scotland, Roddy Piper.
Well, I've called your attention to in the past. I have never heard so many screams among the crowd noise, or have I seen so many flowers attended around the ring. And since the arrival, the reaching of popularity of Roddy Piper in the ring along with Rick Martel. Should have a pretty good match here. Jesse Barr, a rookie in wrestling, without a doubt. And against man with 8-9 years experience. Himself a young man, started very young. Talking about Roddy Piper. We've got some of the top heavyweight wrestlers in the world today here. And Piper, one of them. I think Piper appears going to work on some of his more unusual and seldom gets to use moves. But it's thrown off by Barr. Jesse came up with the move. And if you're wondering, been out of touch with wrestling for a long time, yes, Jesse Barr is indeed Sandy Barr's son. Top wrist lock. Piper on Barr. Barr goes for the reversal and gets it. With a reverse hammerlock. Piper taken to the mat with it. And armbar. Immediately switch. Piper does the escape and reversal. Go ahead scissors. They're into the ropes. Piper up, backs off slowly. They lock up and go into the corner. And reverse whip. Piper gets whipped. Going in after him. And flipping him with the legs. Piper landed hard and whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hip throw, Piper on Barr. I'm looking forward. We're going over to Central Oregon on Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun greeting all you folks there in Redmond. I've never been to Redmond, if you can believe that. Well, correct. We will correct that problem. And Piper getting a little bit hot. Director Chuck Grindell tells me from the truck, Redmond, apparently one of his favorite places. He likes it over there. So I'll spend another day there then. Tough to beat that kind of country over there, no doubt about it. Locked up in the middle of the ring. And Piper, I think, getting a little bit hot. A little bit disturbed, temper flaring a little bit. It's money and pride. Usually in that order, but not necessarily. It can be reverse the order sometimes. And Barr being powered all the way down to a sitting position. Rolls out of it and comes up. to a standoff position. They are locked up in standoff position right now. And Piper takes him into the ropes. Oh! They're getting headbutts from all over. He threw that headbutt into his chest. And one. Nope. I'll tell you, Piper's at the place now. Oh, a backslide by Barr. 1, 2, and almost. Barr. Hey. We're seeing something here. Body slam. Piper down. It's a veteran against a rookie. Now, Jesse Barr has been around the rings for a long, long time. Is the son of Sandy. I can remember as a kid folding chairs, doing other things, being a gopher or on the different arenas. He is in there now on his own metal. And he does a flying head scissors. Takedown with it into the corner. Savage has to climb the ropes to get out of the way. They're on the apron. And they both go off the floor. Go off on the floor. Piper checking with Barr. Whoa! He said, "You all right?" He turned and Barr belted him outside the ring. Watch out now. The rookie got into the veteran. And it's Piper we got into. Piper's temper not very long. And this has turned into a battle royal. We look for a scientific match. Maybe a few pass throw, holds being thrown.
5 minutes gone.
Some good move. They're getting it on. Barr unloaded on Piper outside the ring when Piper turned his back. Body slam. Covered with a body press. 1, 2, almost. Well, Jesse Barr had a following. And there's a cut on the top of the head. There is a cut on the top of the head suffered by Barr. I can see now some of the blood. And Dutch Savage has taken a couple of looks at it. There's a headlock. Face lock, actually, from behind. Barr holding it on Piper. Piper refusing to give in and, in fact, making his way to his feet against the hold. Now, he will try to turn in the Barr to break the hold. He's getting the turn made and does break it. Body slams Barr. Jesse Barr. And Jesse with an inside cradle. 1, 2, and almost broke the hold. There's a nasty cut on the top of Barr's head into the hair. You can't see it. Savage taking another look at it. Face lock again. Kind of a surprise here. Piper having his troubles.
7
Jesse
minutes
Barr.
gone.
Jesse Barr throwing the book out of the window. He may be young. He may be a rookie, but he's got his tattoo. Grinding down. Jesse Barr. Elbow breaks the hold momentarily for Piper. But it's Barr right back at it. Elbow again. Knocks Jesse Barr off the hold momentarily. He tries to get it again, catches another elbow. Roundhouse right. Now it's Piper Wild swinging judo chop. That little bit of dance that he puts on. Going for the suplex. He'll get him way up. No! Barr got him off balance. But it was Piper that came up on top. I've got to tell you that Barr pulled out all the stops. Barr pulled out all the stops,
and 21
went after
seconds,
it.
winner of the match,
Bad
Roddy
cut
Piper.
on the top of the head. He gave it his go. He tried to beat one of the stars. Now Piper talking to him. They shake hands. Well, Jesse pulled out the Playboy, Buddy Rose.
I've got a challenge now. I've got a match that nobody's ever seen or had before, and I'm ready to make the challenge right now. Hair match. What I mean by this, if we get beat, I can no longer ever wear the mask again. If Wiskowski gets beat, he gets his head shaved. And if they lose, they get their 4 or 5 months of growth back because you're selling my pictures.
Hey, buddy, listen, let's forget the hair match. I've been with you a long time, but no, let's not make a silly challenge like that. Come on.
Wiskowski, you're my partner. Listen, I've asked you a lot of favors. I've done favors for you. Let's take a tag team hair match with these guys.
Buddy, I see what you look like without hair. I don't want anything to do with it. I've got say, by some slip of fate we were to lose, then I'd have to shave my head.
Listen. We're not going to lose. They're selling my pictures. They're letting everybody know what I look like without a mask. Everybody thinks they're pretty smart, hanging them up and throwing them around in front of me. It's the only way to get them back. I want them in a tag team hair match. I'll give you my money. I'll give you my end. I'll pay you extra. Yes, because you got to do it.
Buddy, I've done everything you've always asked.
Don't say no. You've always done everything I've ever asked. I'm asking one more time. One more time. Now they're saying no. Are you going to do what the fans say? Are you going to do as my favor? I'll do anything for you. I don't care.
It's against my better judgment, but if you think it's the thing to do, I just don't think...
You're not going to lose. We're the best. You know that. You know we're the best. We want a tag team hair match. Miller and Williams against us two. I got a plan to beat them. I got a way to beat them. You're forgetting certain things. Let me lay on the line to you. I'm not going to tell them here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I follow you now, buddy. I think
you mind?
No. Hey, I think we can do it. I think we can. I'm a little against it, but hey, when the Playboy speaks, people listen. And who should the prince be not to listen to the Playboy, right? If he has a plan,
it's your hair.
Miller Williams, accept the match. Put your hair on the line, your 4 or 5 months growth. Wiskowski's hair, my mask. If I lose, I can never wear anything again. You're not going to sell my pictures around and get away with it. So it's the only way to get back at you. Are you going to accept? Are you going to back down? What kind of guts have you got? These people don't want to see it. They just said, no. Wiskowski, let me shake your hand. I'll tell you what, I'm even going to give you my end no matter what happens. I'm going to give you my end if they accept.
I'm still against it, but if you say it's all right, we'll do it. That's all.
Surprise, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I want to say one more thing. The hair's coming out of this mask every night. I keep losing more hair. This mask isn't going to last much longer. It cost me $350 for the wig. I'm telling you what, I'm going to get even for everything you've done to me with the pictures.
Is coming at you on the tube. I think Fidel Cortez is saying to Buddy Rose, are you sure you know what you're doing? Putting the hair on the line. Now Ed's talking to him. Wiskowski a little bit more. Cortez saying it'll be all right. And Lord Jonathan Boyd, wait till you hear this cheer for the Sheep Herders and the Kangaroo. First appearance after his successful tour. And a dapper Lord Jonathan Boyd it is. with boomerang in hand. Velvet and gold jacket that he's wearing. Down at ringside, shaking hands. The New Zealanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be the best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. Introducing the Army, Playboy Buddy Rose's Army, Playboy Buddy Rose, Ed Wiskowski, and Fidel the Cuban. His opponents in this corner, the Down Under team from the South Pacific, Kangaroo Jonathan Boyd, and the sheepherder Butch Miller and Luke Williams.
Lord Jonathan Boyd, the sheepherders, first time together. Dandy Sandy Barr in as the referee. Remind you again, a lot of you folks don't get a chance to get interviews because the guys are back in Fort Salem 8 to 8:30 this week. Ricky Martel, Roddy Piper will be signing autographs. They'll be there especially for that reason. And sign them for that half-hour period. Fidel Cortez. Ed Wiskowski, the Polish Prince. He's checking that hair a little bit more than usual. I don't know what, not sure what the Playboy has in mind. Playboy's tricks have backfired a few times, and they usually backfire on his teammates. And it's the Lord who's going to start it off. And the Lord taking Cortez in the corner and working him over. In the center of the ring, they lock up. Jonathan Boyd turns it over, goes to a top wrist lock and an arm bar. Butch Miller going to come in. Miller and Williams just getting a good growth of hair back again. And the challenge by Buddy Rose, who must still have short hair or it'd be sticking out underneath that mask. Williams is in, coming out. Boyd got a kick in on the arm also. Elbow smash by Boyd. Miller was holding. Crazy Butch, Luke, and Lord Jonathan forming the team. And Rose got the tag. Jonathan saw it, let loose of the Cuban and says, okay, I'm ready for you. And immediately Rose went out of there and tagged Wiskowski. Wiskowski takes a couple hits, returns toe-to-toe, and it's Boyd doing most of the belting, all of it now. A hip throw. A little quick thumb in the eye. Luke takes the tag. Arm bar on Wiskowski. Williams of the takedown used the hair to do it. Sandy Barr, I believe, saw it. Jonathan Boyd back in. Nerve hold, base of the neck with the arm bar. Goes to the arm bar exclusively now. Turns it over one time. Drives it up with a hammerlock. Wiskowski trying to get the tag, unable to do so. Boyd tags Miller. Miller in. Butch Miller working on Wiskowski. Miller out, Williams in. Trip takedown. He's kicked off. Hits the Playboy, who lands literally in the front row. He landed at the feet of the front row spectators. Jonathan is coming around the ring. Watch out, Lord Jonathan is coming around. Rose trying to interfere. Grabbed by the foot on the apron. Pulled out. And Jonathan unloads on him. Jonathan working on Rose outside the ring. And then says to Wiskowski, you want some? And he'll go back now to his own ring. And Rose has taken it. First from his own partner, Wiskowski, accidentally went flying right into him, knocked him off the apron. And then Lord Jonathan Boyd came over and gave him a few extra shots. Back in the ring, an armbar, Williams on Cortez. Turnbuckle treatment for Williams. Williams comes up, trip ball. Buddy Rose grabbing his feet. He is up in the hold of Fidel Cortez. We want Luke is the cry. He's in the grasp of the Cuban. Whip. Luke dips underneath. Comes back with a clothesline of his own. The extended arm. And reverse armbar. Luke Williams tags partner Butch Miller. Miller with a double club coming up. Double club uppercut. And now the armbar working on Cortez. Best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. The beginning of this match, we got the information that next Saturday will be kids' night. Youngsters 13 and under. In free, 1 with each paid adult admission. Also, we understand the headline on that is going to be Ricky Martel going against Playboy Buddy Rose no matter what happens here this week. Lord Jonathan Boyd in again against the Cuban. The newest member of Rose's army. Another right hand. And watch out. The Kangaroo is caught in a corner and being triple teamed over there. The tag, Rose. Because we've got him hurt, I'll come in now, choking Boyd over that top rope and then jerked him off into the middle of the ring. Knee drop to the head. Covers Boyd with a body press. Gets a count of 1, maybe 2, that's all. Boyd trying to hold on. Catches a knee lift to the midsection. Rose out, Wiskowski in. Ed Wiskowski, the Polish Prince. driving him home to the midsection. Now to the head. And Boyd is taking him and not going down. And comes back swinging. Oskowski does go down once and again twice. Body slam. Knee drop. And another. And going up on the top rope. Lord Jonathan Boyd with the cry of the crowd. A flying knee drop. 1, 2. Cortez and Rose can't interfere. The first fall goes to the team from down under. Lord Jonathan Boyd getting the fall over Ed Wiskowski. Well,
8 minutes and 37 seconds. The first fall to the Kiwis and Jonathan Boyd.
okay, once again, we're going to show you where the wrestling action is coming up, so we hope that you will